What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy D Marty, aka D Ryan, and happy Sunday. So, last night I checked out Full Gear, and I do have to say, I do got to say that the show itself was good, and obviously there was some very great matches on the show that I was able to see. In MJF winning the AEW World Championship. I will definitely get into some matches, but I'm not going to get into all of them. There's literally one match I'm not really going to talk about is, and here's the thing, I got nothing against Darby Allin and Sting, but obviously they had to fight Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Honestly, to be honest, I wasn't really disinterested in this match because they just randomly put this match on the card. So, obviously, the show ended like at 12 a.m. and I wanted to do it around when the show was over, but I was so tired. Like, there was times that I almost fell asleep due like some matches on the show, but it was too long. They really need to work on their timing better, how to like end shows properly. But the show was just way too long. But anyways, let's go ahead and get with this AEW Full Gear review. Alright, let's talk about it. The first match of the evening was Jungle Boy Jack Perry facing Luchasaurus in a steel cage. Honestly, this match was okay, even though this rivalry has been a little bit kind of weird to me. It was kind of weird to me how Luchasaurus just get back with Jungle Boy and then all of a sudden turn on Jungle Boy again to go back with Christian. And I will say that Jungle Boy, even though he has a moment in this match that he just jumped off the steel cage, off the table where Luchasaurus was laying on, and he didn't. Where I can see, he didn't really like get all of it too much, but the table broke. Obviously, like when he hits the elbow drop on him, like he didn't really get all of it, but it got like some of it. And then Jungle Boy ended up putting Luchasaurus in a submission hold, and he ended up tapping out, and Jungle Boy wins the match. I'm assuming that that Jungle Boy wants Christian because he been trying to get his hands on Christian. Their last match at All Out wasn't all that great because Christian ended up suffering like an injury, which I get why they ended up calling like an audible to call it like it is, like ended up like winning. So I mean, I get why he did that, but like Jungle Boy still wants Christian at some time next year when Christian have a speeding recovery. So I mean, this match was not too bad, but I'm assuming that Jungle Boy wants Christian next because he's definitely ain't finished with him. But this was a good match though. The next match is their triangle facing the return of the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. I do have to say, Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks from last year at All Out had a fantastic tag team match in the steel cage. To me, honestly, that's literally still one of my favorite, greatest tag team matches of last year at that time. But last night, this match, like, the crowd was getting up their seats with the Elite came out. But this match was absolutely one of the greater matches for the night. There was like a lot of stuff going on. Like I can't even like take notes. Like there was like suicide dives, flips outside and inside the ring. Like there was just a lot. And there was like a time when Pat got like the hammer for the announcer's ring, the announcer ring or something like that, what it's called. He got the hammer, he gave it to Ray Phoenix. He wanted him to cheat the win. And then Kenny Omega was about to go for the one-wicked angel. And I don't know if the referee saw that, but I think he did. But Ray Phoenix used the small little hammer on Kenny Omega. And then it was like a roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Death Triangle retains their AEW Trios Championships. And next Wednesday, they are going to have a rematch for the AEW Trios title because Ray Phoenix cheated. But there's gonna I forgot what they show during the break. They show the 7th series of for next year or something. I think that's what it's gonna be. But they announced it that Death Triangle had to face the Elite again this Wednesday. I'm assuming that the Elite is probably going to win this time to retain their titles because they never lost their belts because they ended up getting suspended due to what happened last month at the All Out Media Scrum. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get their rematches. They're going to get their titles back. But once again, this was the match of the night right here. A great tag team match. I love it. So, next match is Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose for the TBS Championship. Honestly, I'm not really disinterested. I know this match was kind of decent. All this time that Nyla Rose has become pretending to be TBS champion, which she's not really the champion. She took it. She stole it from Jade Cargill. Honestly, I'm not going to say too much about this match. I mean, it wasn't really that much happened other than Jade Cargill retains the TBS title. And she's 47-0 of her TBS title reign. And I want to see who Jade Cargill is going to face next. Hopefully it is Athena. Because when I was watching AEW Dark a couple of days ago, it looks like Athena, something was going on. It looks like she's about to turn heel. Which they've been teasing it for weeks now. Do AEW Dark and Elevation. So I knew something was up there. It looks like she's about to turn heel. If she's gonna be a heel, I'm okay with it. Let her go after Jade Cargill and just defeat to be the new TBS championship. That's literally another. I think that's the match that Athena lost the first time. But I do not mind doing that match again with Jade Cargill versus Athena. That's where Athena really needs to win there to get some momentum. And she's been winning matches, but she still needs to get some kind of heel momentum right there. But this match was solid. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was a solid. Nothing much to really say. Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy Guevara for the Ring of Honor Championship. This match was really not that bad. I'll say it. Sammy, I will say Sammy is is the greatest high flyer in wrestling. Even though what he's been doing for the last few months, having some backstage heat with Eddie Kingston and Andrade, um, there was one match, there was one moment in the match that Chris Jericho hits a mid-air Judah Fed, which it really didn't hit. Like, he did it on Casanoli. Well, here's the thing. Casanoli hit doing the sharpshooter on, I forgot who it was. I think it was on like Sammy or Brian Danielson. I couldn't remember, but I think he did it on Sammy. And Chris Jericho runs up and hit the Juice of Fat. The first one didn't really look all that great. And then the second time he hit it, and then he hit the second Juice of Fat one time, and he pins Claudio, and he still retains. I will say this match was good. It was just another solid match. Another solid match that it was good. I'm not going to say too much about it. But next match is Saraya facing Dr. Britt Baker. For like the last 6 years now that Saraya, for everything that she's been through, I'm glad that she's back in the ring now. At first, I really did not understand why WWE will let her even compete when the last time she competed was in WWE around like in 2018. She ended up getting like a neck injury. But during her entrance, like she ended up like getting emotional. I mean, it is a special moment that she's back in the ring. But there were some scary moments that Britt Baker trying to injure Saraya's neck, and she hit like a clothesline, and even commentary was like concerned about her, like, oh my god, I hope she's alright, I hope she's can get back on her feet. Yeah, I was kind of a little bit scared about that too, because we already know like how neck injuries are literally the worst thing to end someone's career in wrestling. That's why WWE 2K always says, especially in WWE and other wrestling promotions, always says, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can definitely, absolutely getting yourself hurt or injure somebody else that you're trying to do a wrestling move on. So I always been doing that ever since I watched WWE, and I always wanted to do all these wrestling moves. Like, even though it's fun, you can still get hurt doing it on somebody. But that's all I'm saying. So Saraya defeats Dr. Britt Baker. Honestly, I watched like half of the match, but because my live stream keeps cutting out, but Saraya ended up defeating Britt Baker. So I want to see what Saraya got in store for next for whoever it is she feuds with. I'm very interested. In the next match, Samoa Joe facing Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs for the TNT Championship. Oh man. Two biggest powerhouses. Honestly, I wanted like Samoa Joe or Powerhouse Hobbs to win it, but they gave it to Samoa Joe. And Powerhouse Hobbs was great in the ring as well. He was great with his performance and all of that. I mean, I don't hate the guy, but he's very athletic in the ring. So hopefully in the future, that Powerhouse Hobbs will be a future world champion. I doubt believe it. But during this match, Wardlow hits like the whisper in the ring, the whisper in the wind on Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. Like I seen Wardlow does some. He was like acting like a cruiserweight in the ring. Like I was like, what in the hell was that? That Wardlow hits the whisper in the ring. The whisper. I don't know what I'm saying. The whisper in the wind. And he was like acting like a cruiserweight. That was just crazy. But then so Wardlow powerbombs Powerhouse Hobbs three, 4 times, but Samoa Joe came back in the ring. He got the TNT champion, knocks out Wardlow, and then not only that, as Hobbs was on the mat, Samoa Joe puts him in the Coquina clutch, and not only that, Hobbs was even passed out before the referee got back on his feet. So Powerhouse Hobbs passed out, and then Samoa Joe wins. He is the new TNT champion. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Samoa Joe being the new TNT champion. Honestly, with Wardlow, even though Wardlow has won, let me take that back. After Wardlow had his feud with MJF this past year, obviously he hasn't really been like on TV as much as he should as the champion. And for some reason, it was kind of weird to me that Samoa Joe and Wardlow will be teaming up together. I mean, it was okay at first, but I kind of get why Samoa Joe turned on Wardlow. Because Samoa Joe wants to be a double champion. And you know he's the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and now he is the new TNT champion. I'm glad that Samoa Joe won this match. So now he got both belts. The TNT champion and the Ring of Honor World Television title. Wonder who's gonna feud with. I'm assuming that at some point he's gonna probably feud with Wardlow or feud with Wardlow again, even though he never been pinned or submitted. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a rematch. But this was good. Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm for the AEW Interim Women's World Championship. I'll say this match was good. Even though there was kind of some like interference in the match that Rebel came out to the ring and trying to attack Toni Storm, but she was sent to the back. And then Brent Baker comes out and hits the curb stomp to Toni, and then Jamie Hayter all of a sudden wins the interim world championship. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna say I don't really care about this, but it was okay. But the one thing I will say though is the interim women's and world championships. Can we just get rid of them? Because honestly, those belts literally are like the exact same belts as it was with the AEW and the women's championship belts. They literally look like the exact same. It's literally like the exact same belt. So I don't understand why. Like, here's the thing. I know Thunder Rosa is out with injury, but they could have they could like strip her of the title if they wanted to, but they didn't really do that. So now the interim world champion, the interim world's the interim AEW's women's championship is now literally a championship, which I don't really get why. But if they gonna do that, just I don't know. These interim world championships don't really make any sense to me. Like it's just don't. But even though this match was good, I didn't really agree with the ending. Alright, next match is The Acclaim facing Swerve Our Glory. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. This match was not all that good. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't as good as their last match at All Out. You know, Empty Bowman got like a short injury, which he suffered from. But like during the match, Keith Lee left Swerve Strickland in the ring, and then the Acclaim retains their AEW World Tag Team titles. So I'm assuming that Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland is gonna have a great feud, bro. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, I would love to see that feud. I would love to see it. Hopefully they will promote it on AEW Dynamite this Wednesday. Alright. But I don't know who the Acclaim is gonna face next. We just gotta wait and see. And the final match of the evening was Jon Moxley facing MJF, the Devil. And I was like thinking about this. What happens if William Regal turns on Jon Moxley? I could have made a prediction video about this, but like, even though I know that MJF was gonna win this match because I knew during like the promo stuff that he said he's not gonna cheat to win and all that stuff, and he was not gonna use the Dynamite ring, and he was almost about to use it, and William Regal walked out there, and MJF was about to hit Jon Moxley with the Dynamite ring, and it's like, no, you put that down, and MJF does the ring off the floor. But here's the one thing I did not expect here. William Regal give MJF some brass knucks to like cheat the win to pin Jon Moxley. So at this point, William Regal turned on Jon Moxley, but MJF hits the brass knuckles on him. 1, 2, 3. MJF is your new AEW World Champion. So now, the only thing about this match I didn't really get that MJF, that when William Regal took out the brass knuckles and gave it to MJF, the people was cheering for that. They were literally cheering. So at the same time, it's like, I know that MJF is supposed to be like a heel, but it's like he's more so as a babyface in this match, and Jon Moxley's being the heel. So I know that's been kind of weird that Jon Moxley at the time that he was carrying AEW on his back like this entire year and like in 2020. But it's just, I was already getting tired of Jon Moxley becoming world champion. I'm glad that MJF won it tonight. It was the right time to put in the championship on him. And I know they're doing like a world championship tournament. That I know Ricky Starks gonna fight MJF on this past Wednesday. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but MJF winning the AEW World Championship, that he deserves it. He deserves to hold that championship however long, unless somebody dethrones him. We don't know who that person's gonna be who could dethrone MJF to beat him for the world championship. But I don't know. He probably may hold the championship for a long time until he ends up dropping it. Well, that's all I can say. Wow. The pay-per-view I'll say this again. The pay-per-view on this show, once again, was good. I do like Samoa Joe being the new TNT champion. And the main event was MJF winning the AEW World Championship. And then after the whole pay-per-view was over, MJF went on the press conference and cut like a complete promo in front of Tony Khan. And like Tony was like standing there like the entire time. Like he didn't even say a word. He was just sitting there and let MJF just take over. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I wish they would literally do more stuff like that. What MJF just did. He just interrupted Tony Khan when Tony Khan was on the microphone, and he just walked in and just say whatever and then left. That was great, man. That was some real heat stuff from MJF, bro. I'm looking forward to AEW Dynamite this Wednesday. I cannot wait to see what happens on AEW this Wednesday. I cannot look forward to it. But overall thoughts, bro. Once again, the pay-per-view was good. Was like great. I mean, it was. I'm not gonna say it was all that great. It was just good for what it was. But I will say that it was a great show. I did enjoy. But that is my review on AEW Full Gear. That's it for my video. If y'all haven't already yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I will be posting every single week. And also, I got a community post I've been posting now, and that's available right now. I will be posting up stuff. I already got stuff already posted on the community post, so make sure y'all check that out. And if you haven't already yet, I got a question. Before I leave, what was y'all favorite match of last night at Full Gear? Mine was MJF and Jon Moxley match. I will say that. But that's the end of it. Once again, y'all let me know what your thoughts about Full Gear last night. What was your favorite match from matches that you enjoy? I'll be back with another video. Peace.